So, hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to another technical analysis. Today I'm going to review the markets and tell you whether Bitcoin is going up or down and what you should do whenever this occurs in the market. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen and let's go to the charts. Let's first make a stop at CoinMarketCap to see at the cryptocurrencies and at the Bitcoin dominance. So what we can see is the Bitcoin dominance has been going up these last few weeks because the markets in general go down and the altcoins go a little bit harder than Bitcoin, and that's why. The Ethereum dominance stays rather very high. And I see that the cryptocurrencies, the total cryptocurrencies right here, have been gone a little bit down, which is good because there's just too much cryptocurrencies. Okay, let's take a look at the Bitcoin charts. For people that know me, the Bitcoin chart, the rainbow chart, is something that is very, very accurate. And a lot of people think that Bitcoin might go to lower levels, and I will talk about that later. But this Bitcoin charts can indicate what the very lowest prices are. So as you can see here, we are in the buy zone. That means actually we are in a very, very good spot to buy Bitcoin. If you can see that there are other levels, of course, there are other levels. There's a level at 25 and there's a level at 19K. So let's go to the chart and let's see what that means. So I always like to review Bitcoin on a weekly perspective. That's how I gain my long-term perspective. And also on a daily and 4-hour perspective, there's a lot of fear of missing out and a lot of FUD. So I try to avoid that by looking at the week chart first. So that's the first thing I do. And what I can see is the last 2 weeks, we have been closing the candle with a long wick. Looks like this, which is fairly good news because if the market would go in a harder impulse, we will be sure that the market will go very much deeper. Now we cannot know for sure, but this looks like the market is slowing down. On a daily perspective, it is nicer to see. The market is slowing down. So it's going to be very important that the market is going to react to this consolidation right here. So what we can do is we can add the Bollinger Bands, and we can see that the Bollinger Bands has hit the outside, or the market has hit the outside of the Bollinger Bands, and now is trying to find some balance and peace within. So this 30K level that you see right here is going to be so important. If the market is going over that, then he's going to hit the next level, which is 34.6. Okay, for the people that bought Bitcoin earlier than this, so not higher than 34.6, let's say you bought Bitcoin right here at 25, then you could see to sell it maybe at 34. So what is very important and what is the misconception of a lot of people, it's like they buy crypto at a way higher level than they should, and then they see the market crashing and then they sell. This is the last thing you have to do. So what is very important to do is to wait until the market is higher than you bought, and you work with targets and levels. If you want to know more about these targets and these levels, we explain it all in our academy. But for now, let's just say you bought at 26 or even earlier, and you say like, I want to sell my cryptos before it goes even more down. We don't know if it's going more down from this point. What we can know is that the market is in generally down. So we have this downtrend here, which has been tested 2 times, very nice by the markets. And this is also our resistance. So this line is our resistance. Okay. So that means that we are in a downtrend, and this is not going to change unless the market is doing this. So the market has to go over, test as a support, and go further. Okay, so if this doesn't happen, then we are still in a downtrend. So then we can expect that the market is going to make lower lows. Okay. So let's say you want to sell some of your cryptos because you're not really feeling it and you think the market might go lower, which is something that can absolutely happen. So if you see at the market, and if you look, take a close look, then you see we still have some levels to test. Just like on the rainbow chart, the 25.8 is a very accurate level, and also the 19K right here. So these two levels are also found on the Bitcoin rainbow charts. And if you're not really good with charts in general, the rainbow chart might be a good indication to see whether it's a good moment to buy or not, or rather it's a good moment to sell, of course. So what could happen if the market shows weak hands here? We might go lower to 19K. This is absolutely no promise, and anything could happen from this point, but the 19K is still a very nice level because the latest all-time high in 2017 was on the 19K. So it's going to be very important to watch closely and to pay attention on the markets. For me, what I think is if the market is going down to those 19K levels, I think the market has first to retest these levels. So I think the market will first retest 37, 36, and then go deeper. Okay, it only makes sense when a market wants to run further that they first have to stabilize their prices. So every market always retests before doing another drop. And I think Bitcoin will do the same. So if you are paying attention to the markets, and if you're seeing like, oh, we're going to 37, but the market is a little bit stumbling, the market won't go any further, you see that the market is like hesitating a little bit and showing bearish signs, then you know, okay, this is our resistance for now. Oh, this is our resistance for now. And we might go deeper, okay? When you see these resistance levels, and let's say you bought Bitcoin lower than this price, this would be the perfect opportunity to sell some cryptocurrency or to sell some Bitcoin, okay? So pay attention. What can also happen is the previous example that we go over this resistance, test it as a support, and then we are in a bullish movement again. I think for everybody, that would be the best option, but the markets is just not doing always what they should, or not always doing what it has to do. Sometimes it's going lower before it's going higher. So just pay attention and be patient. Be very patient, because these markets are very turbulent, but are still also sometimes in levels that you say like, oh, this is taking way too long. This is cryptocurrency. And then at some points we are very volatile. So what you can do is go to Binance, put in your orders on the spot trading. Just make sure your orders are there. Don't sell all your cryptocurrencies, just sell 20% maximum at each level. And then you can sell them at higher prices in order to buy them lower, okay? But just to make sure, don't sell all your cryptocurrencies, okay? So we just talked about the Bitcoin dominance, and the Bitcoin dominance is increasing very much these days. As you can see, we had a very nice downtrend here. Very nice. I'm going to put it on weekly so it's more visual. Okay, so we broke out of this trend, and we see that we are very steady here, steady and high. And our next level is at the 50%. So if we are at that 50% level, it might go down again, because Bitcoin dominance is quite high now, because there's 19,500 cryptocurrencies. And I think this is rather high, but I still think we can go a little bit higher. So what does that mean for the altcoin markets? It means that Bitcoin will get stronger as the rest of the market will fall. Bitcoin might go down as the dominance grows. That just means that Bitcoin is not going down as much as the other coins. So that's the thing. The new runs, it's like always cycles. So Bitcoin starts first with its first cycle. Then Ethereum follows, like Litecoin and Ripple, all the basic coins. Then we have the B alts going up and Bitcoin stabilizing. And then we have the small cryptocurrencies like shitcoins going up, like a huge percentages, and then the market's going down again. Then Bitcoin starts falling and the rest starts falling too. So it's always a nice cycle, and it's very nice to pay attention to the Bitcoin dominance. But this is a very, very nice breakout. And if we look at this, then we might go to the 50% dominance. Let's hop to the total market cap value. And as you can see, we are testing this very, very nice support level right here at the 1.16. We see nice long wicks, and we see that the market is rejecting the support, which can be very nice. If this stays a support, then our resistance level 1.6, if this gets broken, together with our downtrend, then we will see an upward trend again. So actually, the total market cap is looking way nicer than the Bitcoin chart. I would say this is very, very nice because it's testing again on the support. And if it goes up from here, then we will have a double bottom. And this double bottom just looks... This is our double bottom. Just gonna try to relocate it. Okay. So if we push off from the support, then we will make higher or new heights. And I'm very excited about this because this looks quite good. If you're a technical trader, then you can see that we have a double bottom. The only thing we cannot do is go lower than this bottom, of course. It's very important. So it's quite good news if you look at it like that. I always like to keep it real. I don't like to pump or push feelings towards this market, but this looks quite good. So I'm quite happy with how it looks. It can just take some time. Crypto markets, people, be patient. Take your time. Only have money invested that you can miss, because otherwise you're just going nuts, okay? So Ethereum is looking quite the same as a total market value. It is making a double bottom. It's making a very, very nice trend. Still, we have this downtrend here, but in general, we go up. And it's going to be very important for Ethereum to find other levels before, if it's going down more, to find other levels before it's coming down. So it's going to be important for, just going to take my brush, for the market to test these levels and then see either the market is going down from here or the market is going up, breaking, testing, and moving upwards. So if you're not sure about this whole thing and you said like, oh, I bought Ethereum around like 1,400 or 400 or whatever, and you say like, I don't want to stay in this run if this is going to be bearish for 2 years. Some people ask me like, Ina, is this going to be bearish for 2 years like it was? Well, I cannot answer that because nobody knows. But what is that the market is always retesting. So if you can see this nice uptrend here and this downtrend here, I think the market will test first to this level, and then we will have to watch out what to do. What you can do, of course, is you can go to Binance or whatever exchange you are using, and you can put in this level of 28.36 and try to sell your coins at that level. Of course, you can only sell them at that level if you bought them lower. So that is very, very important. So if we go to a daily perspective, we see a straight range. So we see consolidation, and that means that some break is nearly coming close. So I think the market will enclose itself in order that there will be a breakout, and I hope that the breakout will be bullish. I think there's maybe no other option for the market to test some levels. So I'm very, very excited where this week will bring us, guys. I'm super excited. And then I also have some altcoins I want to review with you guys. So what is very important is, can the market go down? Of course, like the probabilities are very high that the market is going even deeper. Will the market crash in one day? I don't think so. I think that the market will test first, like I just explained, test some levels and then fall deeper if that is necessary for the markets, because nothing is ever unnecessary. Everything that happens is for a very good reason. And if the market's going down, it should be going down. So just be in peace with what you do. Don't invest too much and don't invest what you can't miss. And then everything is going to be just fine, because these assets, you guys, these assets are hugely suppressed. And I've been doing some research this week about like the whole monetary system and the Great Reset. And what they're planning to do is basically all based on blockchain. So what these coins hold is also blockchain technology. And Bitcoin was actually the first coin with blockchain technology. So I think especially Bitcoin will keep existing, especially for these years, because it's just a very special asset. And as it's being suppressed by the banks and by the big news channels, I still think this is one of the most suppressed asset classes in the world. So I think if you just hold on to those with money you can miss and you have some time, this is a wonderful investment, and you should not, you should not look elsewhere. It's just this is it. It just has to play out as it should. So it's going to take some time, but these are very beautiful assets. So next to Ethereum, next to Bitcoin, I also have other cryptocurrencies that I want to investigate. But first, I want to take a look at the DXY. This is the dollar index, and I always like to look at the dollar index because the dollar index is something that is very special. I saw the dollar index struggling here around 100, and I thought that finally it was going down, but it pushed higher. And let me just explain, when the dollar index is going up, the cryptos and the precious metal assets and like everything that's deflationary gets a bump and gets pushed aside. So this is also due to the quantitative easing they're doing and printing money. So the DXY is just going up. And now finally it broke. And you could only also see that in the charts of crypto, because finally these charts are stabilizing and not going like crazy deeper. So I'm very happy to see that. I think the DXY will go deeper. It will depend on how the economic system will evolve, let's say. So let's go to a Ripple first. Okay, all these altcoins are at almost their lowest points. And this means that it's a great time to buy cryptocurrency. Of course, it's not the best plan to buy everything all at once. Let's say you want to buy some Ripple. Let's just put it on a weekly perspective. Let's say you want to buy some Ripple, then you can buy it right now, or you can buy it even lower. Like there's lower zones you can look at. Like this is a lower zone around 29 cents. And these are just great prices. Let's take a look at how price reacted. Like, let's say this was a resistance and support, and resistance again. And here we tested as a support. So high likely we will go to 29 if the market will go even deeper. So that's good to know. If you're working with Binance and you have some euros or stable coins or dollars or whatever, you can put a zone there in the buying target, so you can buy at 29 instead of 39, and that will give you another 24% discount. So that is very nice. And if you then look at the all-time high of those coins, this is just crazy, you guys. These are fire sales. And we will look back at this video and say like, damn, if only I had listened and bought, because this all-time high lies 8 times higher than now. So that's times 8 if just the coin goes back to the all-time high. And if you look at this chart and you compare it to the Bitcoin and the Ethereum charts, there you can see that there's still a lot of space for these individual small cryptocurrencies to raise higher. Because with Bitcoin, we had another all-time high. Let's say this 2017, 2018. the other run that we had, there we see that we did a bump, a comeback, and a very big peak, let's say. So Bitcoin went higher. This peak was at 20 and his last peak was at 65. But you see with Ripple that we are not higher than our last high. So you can see that with a lot of cryptocurrencies, and it is very interesting to see that these cryptocurrencies haven't flowered or haven't done their thing in the market. So I think there's still a lot of potential in these small cryptocurrencies if you just pick the right ones. And that is the fundamental analysis. That's not up to me to explain that. In our academy, of course, you can find all that. But if you do a right fundamental analysis and you can pick the right coins at the right price, that is going to be your financial freedom for the next year. So pay attention to these markets, guys. It's going to be so important. Litecoin. Let's go. Okay, Litecoin has a very nice support of $5. And guys, this is very low at these times. Of course, there's even lower levels. I think there's one at 3.1. You could buy, if you could buy Link at 3.1, that's going to be very, very nice. But as you can see, we went way deeper. I think we're first going to retest the 13. So if you're looking to sell your cryptocurrencies in order to buy lower, if the market finds a resistance around 14 to 13, then you can sell your coins and put a level at the 5 or the 3.1, just like we talked about. I hope this is like clear for you. If you would sell your coins, let's say you bought right here, okay? You're way long in Link and you bought here and you are selling right here. Then you have 700%. Okay, that's times 7. That's already very pretty. And when you sell here and you buy again around the 3.1, that's 74% cheaper than you sold. Okay, sold. Sorry. So whenever you buy here and the market goes to his all-time high again, yeah, you would have times 15 on your investment. And this is the power of cryptocurrency, guys. This is the power just waiting it out, having patience, staying with the facts, looking on your charts, being patient again. And make sure that you stay steady with the prices, okay? That you know your prices and that you know your levels. And this is so important. I do personal follow-up. I guide all kinds of people within our academy and without our academy. So please reach out to me through Instagram if you want some advice, and then I'll just help you out. I would love to do that. I love to do that. So, you shouldn't be struggling in these markets. I struggled for so long until I figured it out. So now I'm living already for 5 years independently on my cryptocurrencies. And for me, this was the power, like reading the charts, having my zones, selling the right times, buying the right times. This is so important, you guys. But also you can see that a bear market can take up to a long time. And this just means that you're stuck with your money and it sucks. So make sure that you hit the right levels and that you sell at the right levels. So if we look at Cardano, we see that we have a nice downtrend that we pushed up. And this is one of the only coins that has broken their downtrend and is pushing this to retest it. It's pushing very low, but it's still a very, very good level to buy. So 0.5 for Cardano is very, very low. But still, if you want to have like nicer levels, you could buy at 39, at 27, or even at 20. So be sure just to have those levels there, to try to buy them there. Even though the price is not going there, you can always try to have some capital invested if the coin is going very, very low. Just be careful, buy the right coins. That is very important, of course. I just bought some Ethereum Classic and it went already like a little bit up. Here my zones are lines, and normally I don't do that. I always work with zones to have some space for myself, but it stays quite the same. I bought some Ethereum Classic right here at the 17.3, but you can also try to buy it at 11.8, okay? If the market will retest, it will maybe hit the level of 36, and that would be great, a great level to sell if the market would go much more down. It is not nice to have all your coins still invested in a downwards market. That's why we should wait for the push up in order to sell some cryptocurrencies a little bit at the push so we could buy lower. That is very important. And I think that's quite it. Let's look at some coins more. Like VeChain is also like quite at its support. We had a very slow week last week, but it is also a bullish candle. So I hope we will reach new heights and we will push up a little bit more. So people would be able to sell some of their cryptocurrencies and just wait out this bearish trend, because this could take a little while, guys. Just to hold on, be patient, and take some time for yourself. If the market pushes up, it will be nice just to sell a little bit. Just remember, if you bought right here, that the market is not good enough to sell, just hold on to them. That's just how it is. And that's the lessons we learn. If we buy too high, then we won't be able to sell very quickly. So if you bought too high, you're in it and you have to wait this one out. If you were smart and bought lower, then there is some chances for you to sell them a little bit higher than it is. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was very short. I do longer meetings with the students. There's going to be an update whenever I have good internet here because I'm in Mexico. But I hope you guys enjoyed and you stay up to date for more updates. Bye, guys.